place, you're supposed to report that. If you knew then what you knew now about how these things were not followed, the guidelines of the VA were not followed, I'm asking where the buck stops. It either stops with him or it stops with you. But he was recommended for this award. Now, on behalf of these families, I'm trying to get to the heart and soul of this matter. If you knew then what you knew now, what you know now, would you recommend him for this award?
I would.
Even though people died? Even
would.
though he did not follow VA guidelines? Even though he did not follow CDC guidelines?
Mr. Moreland's Presidential Rank Award is based upon a lifetime of service
And
to
part of that
American Veterans Congress.
I understand, and he's been recognized in the past, and I've been at the hospital to congratulate him as well for what the work that the hospital has done. He was told me the doctor has done this work for reducing MRSA in the hospitals. You see, VAs all over the country have done it. I understand that. But I'm saying in this case, because the multiple deaths, because the multiple cases of Legionnaires, in this case, don't you think that if you knew then what you knew now, that it would not be appropriate to give this award? Now, let me put it in other terms. You know, Lance Armstrong won all these Tour de Prizes. When they found out later he had broken the rules, they said even though he had held these great achievements, he shouldn't get the medal. And there's been multiple people who could have been in the Hall of Fame, maybe were in the Hall of Fame. We found out later they broke the rules in baseball, they put football and something else, they don't get it. So it sounds to me from what you're saying that of all things, professional sports has a higher standard than the VA. They had lifetimes of achievements in those sports. But still, when it was found out that something was wrong, they got stripped of their awards. So I ask you again to answer for the sake of these families, knowing now all this information, if you knew then what you know now, would you still recommend to keep this bonus?
Very difficult question to respond to. I'm not in that circumstance. I'm not there now. I can tell you, Congressman, that fact of what happened at Pittsburgh would be taken into account in terms of a nomination coming out of the department. But you're asking me, would I not do it? I cannot tell you that.
I'm asking you now. You're a doctor. Hippocratic oath. And based upon the question of the chairman, it's easy enough for you to turn to your left and look Mr. Moreland in the eye, or look at the families here who've lost someone, look them in the eye. It's easy enough to say, no, I can't make you do this. There's no law that says I can. But somewhere along the line, isn't it just the right thing to do to give this back? What would you do?
What would I do? I cannot ask, I will not ask Mr. Moreland to give this back.
And then who will do this on behalf of the families?